Hey, I'm just curious about the first half. What they scored, 52 points. They shoot 60% from the floor. I forgot what they shot from three, but it just seemed again that these starts are really putting you guys in a big hole.
Yeah, we try to shake up the starting lineup a little bit, and thought would help with our turnovers, but defensively we just got diced. And credit Colorado, they got the ball. We had no, what's the word? They passed it wherever they wanted to go, and that's not how we've played in the past. We've taken away things. It was just too easy for them, and then they made shots. They got their confidence. Credit them. That's 60%. That's just not going to win any game defending and letting a team shoot 60% from the field for sure. 50 from three, 91 from the foul line, and 60 from the field.
Hey, and then just the things that you wanted to get from changing up the lineup were what?
I felt like it would take Quade off the ball, and the way that they hard hedge, we thought it would loosen up Quade a little bit, but it didn't. He can't go 4 for 14. He's got to have better shot selection. We had to be a little bit more patient. I felt like, they played good initial defense and the ball stopped, and we ended up, taking tough shots. And, we've got to be better for sure. It didn't work out the way that I thought it would.
Hey, and then just the last thing from me here is just your thoughts on Riley Soren and the night he had tonight and sort of going forward. Do you think he'll have a bigger role?
You know what? Riley's got a great role for us. He's, defensively, he's good. He gives you a big target to finish around the basket. Our guards are starting to really get confident with him, very confident in Riley. And he'll just keep getting better and better. But he's, played 18 minutes tonight, had 16 and 8. He's been that consistent guy at all times, and just keep getting better. Just keep getting better.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lauren, go ahead, Lauren.
Hi, Hop. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. When you look at Riley, obviously he's given you guys a lot this year, but where do you look at him and say this is where he needs to improve? Is it strength and conditioning mostly?
I think it's strength and conditioning. He's got a great IQ, and the better that he moves, the more effective he'll be. He's got a great IQ. He plays exceptionally hard. And, the better movement and stronger he gets, the better he's going to be. He can block shots. He can rebound. When you can do that, you can get multiple efforts around the basket where they might make one pass, and then you can shot block it. Those are areas, but he's a big target. He's got great hands. He finishes around the basket. It's huge for us.
And then we saw Marcus in there at the end give you some good minutes. Is that a guy you maybe look at as potentially taking on a bigger role again?
Yeah, I was really proud of how he responded. He had a positive attitude. He was cheering on the bench, and came in and earned some minutes tonight just by how he played. That's what it's all about. Jerron didn't get a chance, came in at the end, did some decent things, and just we've got a lot of guys that we're trying to figure out that top 8, and today we thought we had it, and it changed again.
All right, thanks, Hop.
All right,
Andy Yamashita, go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Coach. Things probably weren't the way you wanted them on either side of the ball, but what side is more worrying to you, offense or defense at this point?
At the end of the day, the one thing that you can control is your defense. And 52 points in the first half, 60% from the field, 50 from the 3-point line, just not adequate. It doesn't matter who you play. And the great thing about defense is defense travels. Defense is your effort, your energy, your scouting report. Offensively, obviously, we had some periods at the beginning where we missed some shots. We've got to shoot better, obviously. And now it goes back to quality of shot and trust in it. I think the biggest thing is obviously we've been hurt with our offensive starts and our offense in general, but defensively, we have that's the one thing we got to be able to hang our hat on. And we weren't hanging our hat on it tonight. And that's why we started the way that we did.
And you guys have a bit of a break coming up here. What is going to be the priority for you guys in the 11 days until December 31st?
I think the biggest thing is to set the reset button, have 11 days not only to get rest, but to have some practices before we play our first or our third Pac-12 game, but our first game at the end of the month. So I think the biggest thing is we're going to, obviously work on our defense. And then offensively, we've got to find some combinations of players to where, we can be more effective and get a lot of shooting in for sure.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Chris Fetters, go ahead, Chris.
Hop, I know it came way too late, but what'd you see out of Marcus Sahonis that gives you some hope that he might be able to solve some problems for you down the road?
I just played confident. I felt there was 3 or 4 players that played very hesitant at the beginning of the game. Open shots, didn't shoot it, questioning what they're doing. And I loved how Marcus came in. I didn't come in until the end, but he was positive. He was talking on the bench and all the huddles. He was encouraging everybody, and you could see when he came out on the floor that energy translated. And he didn't try to force anything. He just played the right way, and that's why I challenged the guys. I said the last 7 or 8 minutes, I'm gonna put some new bodies in. This isn't for you to get your numbers. This is for us to get better as a team and to see if we can get better in this moment. And he did that for sure.
And obviously the numbers didn't work out, and you've already outlaid kind of some of the things that went wrong in terms of the fight of your team and trying to figure out the problems. Any issues there?
No, it's just, what we were breaking down, and it wasn't just 1 or 2 people, it was everybody. And, we just, wanted to see some of these other guys to see, where their heads were. And I thought that they fought. I thought they did a good job. I mean, you got to give Colorado, they were moving it. We weren't playing great defense, but they made a lot of shots, high post shots, 3-pointers, layups. They really executed well against the zone tonight and tipped their hats, and, in the last, the second half, it was 40-39. I know we went 12-2 late in the game, but, there was some progress in some areas and some bright spots. And we've got to just be able to, in these games, you got to have a short-term memory. You got to move on. We'll get a chance to play them again and learn from our mistakes and hopefully get a chance to knock them off at our house.
Thanks, Hop.
All right, James Price, this is the last question. Go ahead, James.
Hey, Coach. It seemed like one of the big issues tonight were unforced errors, whether they were offensive fouls on ball screens or that flagrant foul there in the first half. What do you think you guys can do to focus on or limit those kind of problems moving forward?
I think the biggest thing is, listen, they played really good defense. We got frustrated. The guys got frustrated. That's why I took a couple people out of the game. And, we've got to be, when adversity hits, you got to become stronger as a unit. And that's what we were looking for. We got to be able to, mental toughness and being tough is not fighting somebody. It's being able to be poised and find ways where, we can, come together, tougher together. Right. And so that's where we were a little bit frustrated, but we made the substitutions, put other guys in and, use it as a learning lesson. Moving forward, you can't do that for sure.